House Republicans today meeting with President Donald Trump at the Kennedy Center that now, by the way, bears Mr. Trump's name. Job number one today is strategy ahead of the 2026 midterms and the work to keep power in the hands of Republicans.
So together we had 12 months of unprecedented success in 2025, and now we're going to make history and break records with the epic midterm victory that we're going to pull off. It just doesn't seem to happen for people that win the presidency. It's an amazing phenomenon. You know, you win the presidency, and we sure as hell are having a successful presidency. I will say that.
Let's go live to Washington and CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Okay, we're seeing them sort of get their strategy down. Yesterday, retired Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, her departure is marked. And then today, Republican leaders in the state of California were stunned to hear about the death of one of their members of Congress, Doug LaMalfa. How do Republicans plan on keeping those seats red? Because with that announcement of that death, with also Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing she's leaving today, the margins are razor thin for Republicans.
Yeah, razor thin indeed, Reed. And of course, our hearts go out to Congressman LaMalfa's family. This terrible, terrible tragedy. You are right, though, that this makes a very difficult job for Speaker Johnson. And the president alluded to that earlier today in his remarks. If you remember, we've been talking all year, well, the past year, I should say, about these policy battles and these big bills getting through basically by the skin of their teeth. And so this is going to complicate things because, Reed, I should remind you that at the end of this month, government funding runs out yet again. They've got to get that through. They have a health care bill that they've got to get through and a bunch of other things. So this is certainly a tight margin. And when you look at the map, Republicans need to keep and gain seats in order to keep the majority. And that also is pretty evenly divided. So you heard the president today essentially telling House Republicans to campaign on his agenda and his presidency. That essentially would be welcome news to Democrats who believe that they can run against the president as a referendum on his presidency. But there are things in there that Republicans want to run on as well. And so we'll see what kind of nuggets they can pull out. But Reed, what was also interesting to me was the president told Republicans that health care needs to be their issue. And at some point this week, we're going to see a vote on the House floor on extending those Obamacare era subsidies that we were talking about before the holiday break, that discharge petition that is going to happen sometime this week. There are still bipartisan working groups working on health care policy, but the president essentially acknowledging that that is going to be a pretty big issue, as we know from talking to voters as well.
Well, and it was why Democrats put their foot in the door, leading to a government shutdown in the first place. Caitlin Huey-Burns, always great to talk to you there from Capitol Hill. Anywhere you join us live, it's good to talk to you.